Hey, boys and girls, I'm back for 32D, checkmates in two. In your books, that's 121 puzzle. So there is 40 puzzles again in this study, and we'll do them together. Please take a piece of paper. You can write down, or you can print the book and write down under the puzzles. So let's see this one. It seemed to me this is a duplicate, right? Because we had this one before. I'm just wondering if you're going to remember it. Checkmate in two. Okay. If you need a little bit help here, the second move is Queen E8, checkmate. That means the first move is Rook F8. Now look at this. If he would play Queen E8 immediately, that King can go to H7, right? So we play Rook F8. Now King has to take. That's the only move. And Queen E8 is a checkmate because we are supported by the Rook. We had this puzzle. I just can't remember what study, but we did have this one. Chapter 122. Okay, so we have a queen on f7, bishop on b3, rook on c8. How do we checkmate here? Again, I know you're probably thinking about queen g8, but king can go to h6. So we have to play a smart move here. Rook h8 first. Pay attention to this one. Bishop cannot take because it's pinned, and king has to take. Now queen g8 is checkmate because we have a bishop on b3. Let's go to 123. What pieces do we have? We have a knight on f4, we have a queen, c4, bishop b3, king is trapped in the corner. So what can we do here? So first move, knight to g6. Pawn has to take, and then queen to h4, checkmate, right? Oh, the queen to h4 is a checkmate. This has to be a mistake here. We need to correct this puzzle. This is correct move, checkmate, right? Yeah, I have to tell my office to correct this. Okay, let's see the puzzle 124. So what do we have here? We have a rook on d7 and queen on e6, right? Bishop on e3. Don't forget bishop on e3. It can help us for checkmate. But pay attention, we also cannot move the bishop because we are pinned. Okay, hopefully you found this move, queen h6. Right, this is a cool move, right? Because the pawn cannot take, there is a pin, right? And now you take on g7, checkmate. Let's go to 125. Okay, here this one is hard, but maybe you'll find. Let's see what do we have. The king is on the edge of the board. Now we would love to check the king, but we cannot do it because there is a pin, right? Check is a checkmate because the rook is on g8 protecting the pawn, so king cannot really escape. I hope this helps you. Right, so second move g3 is checkmate. That means we have to remove this rook from the second rank and from the pin. So we play queen e1. Look at this gorgeous move. Beautiful, really. And now rook takes and g3 is a checkmate. Right? That's what we have. Let's go to 126. Knight is on g5. Now We have to count all the pieces that can help us. I want to give you a chance to do that on your own. Okay, I see queen 1, knight is 2, bishop on d3 3, and bishop on b2 4 pieces attacking the black king. Now look at this diagonal. Very nice, right? Imagine your bishop jumps over the pawn and goes here, it would be a checkmate. So what's the first move? Queen takes h5. Now, if the pawn takes, we'll go play bishop h7. If the bishop takes the knight, then the queen would just continue to h8 and checkmate. So pawn takes and bishop h7, checkmate. Checkmate with the 3 pieces. Very nice. Let's see number 127. Okay, again, king on the edge of the board, right? In trouble, cannot retreat because there's a bishop on d3, right? Now we also have a knight on d4 because knight on d4 is controlling the space around the black king. We also have a bishop on g3 controlling the space around the black king. Of course, in this case, you need even a pawns. You need a pawn on g2 and h2 for a checkmate. Okay. I'll give you more time for this one because it's again not simple puzzle. Okay, if you found this one very fast, then you must be talented for chess. Now, if you need a little bit more time, it's okay, right? You just have to get used to those like kind of ideas. Look, first we're gonna take queen g4, right? We are sacrificing our queen, king has to take, and now we come back with a bishop and checkmate, right? Now, here in our practice, probably you find this move, but in the real game, very hard. Let's see. Immediately, I can see queen on d5, bishop on b3, right? Knight. As soon as I see knight and the queen, I know some kind of smother mate can happen. So I already gave you the idea. You had those kind of positions before. Queen g8, rook has to take, and knight f7. Now pay attention. If the bishop is not on b3, then queen g8 is not going to work. I saw even adults making a mistake in those kind of positions because the king can take, right? And then there is no knight f7 checkmate. But here, the bishop is controlling that space, so only rook can take and knight f7 checkmate. Okay, let's go to 129. I see right away this rook is very important on f5. I also see rook on c6, queen on c3, pawn on d5. Those are the pieces that can help me for a checkmate. So what do you think? Okay. Second move is a rook e6 checkmate. So if this rook would jump here, it will be a checkmate. That means we have to take, try. We have to take queen e5 and rook e6 is a checkmate. You have to pay attention to all your pieces. Sometimes people think pawns are not important, but see, pawns can help you. Let's see, what do we have here? Queen on c7, pawn. Immediately I see the pawn on d6 and the rook on f1. So let's see. The first hint, back rank checkmate. If you didn't find the move until now, then the second hint is rook f8 checkmate. Second move. Okay, hopefully you found this move, queen d8. You sacrifice, and then Then you play rook f8, checkmate, right? Again, pay attention. The reason black lost the game is because this rook on h8 is not playing, knight is not playing, bishop is not playing, rook is not playing. You have to develop your chess pieces in the beginning of the game. Otherwise, this can happen. Okay, let's go to 131. We have a queen on c5, two rooks on the seventh rank. We studied this strategy. Two rooks on the seventh rank are always dangerous for the king that is on eighth rank. Do you see the move? Okay. Back rank checkmate. If this doesn't help, second move, rook b8 checkmate. Okay, by now you should be able to find this move. And rook b8. Again, kids, if you need more time, then pause the video and yeah, just think as long as you need. But I'm trying actually to give you enough time because you should be able to see those positions quickly, right? So let's go to the next one. 132. Immediately I see this knight. I know when the knight is on sixth rank, some kind of checkmating pattern exists there. Then I see the queen and the rook. We also had this kind of puzzle before. Okay. First move, queen h7. Rook has to take, and rook g8 checkmate. Let's go to 133. Right away, I see this line up here. Right, queen on h3, rook on h1. But then I'm thinking if I play like check to h7, king is gonna run away to f8, and then this knight is gonna come back to protect the king. That's not gonna work. You see, it's so easy to forget this bishop on b2. And that's exactly the piece we need for a checkmate. I hope now you can find a mate. Okay, so the first move is queen h8. Right, bishop has to go and capture, and now you see the bishop on b2 supports the rook checkmate. Right, let's see 134. Immediately I recognize this bishop on c6. I go back to checkmates in one that we did a long time ago. You remember you did all those 200 puzzles. And now I'm thinking, I've seen this position, but it was checkmate in one, like rook a3. So first move is queen a6 and rook a3. 135. Queen f7, knight e6, rook f4. What can I do here? I know this knight on 6th rank can help me. So look, king is again trapped in the corner, cannot escape to g7 because this knight. So if this doesn't help you, then let's see, this guy is gonna deliver the checkmate second move. Rook h4 is the checkmate second move. That means we have to take and rook h4 checkmate. Okay, let's go to 136. I see immediately queen on h3, targeting this pawn on h7. Then I have a rook here. That's also nice, right? Bishop, don't forget the bishop. Look at this bishop here on the diagonal. And then I also see, hey, there's a rook on d3, but that's wonderful. That means I have 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces attacking the king. That should be enough for a checkmate. Okay, second move, rook h3, checkmate. Okay, so we take, and the reason the checkmate is happening is because the king cannot go to g6. That means you need this rook on g1. Also, king cannot go to g8, so you need a bishop on c4. So without all those pieces, the checkmate is not happening. Let's see 137. Okay, what do we have here? Immediately I see this pawn. I know that this pawn look around the king. It has to help me. I see the knight on f5, queen on g7. This one is hard, but I'll give you a little bit more time. So think about it. Okay, if you did not find by now, the second move is knight to g7 checkmate. Okay, that means we have to play queen g6 first move. Look, in a real game, to find a move like this is very hard. But if you learn to recognize the patterns around the king, then it could happen. And it's so pleasant when you find moves like this. Queen g6, right? If rook blocks, you just take queen f7. Now pawn takes and knight g7 checkmate. What a great checkmate. King is smothered in the center of the chessboard. Okay, 138. I see right away this pawn on e6. Then I see this long, long diagonal. King cannot move. Trap. Of course. Then I'm looking at queen f3, rook f1. Now, when you play a real chess game, the first thing that most of the people are going to be looking at is rook g1 check, right? Or queen g4 check, right? But if you really pay attention to the game, there's another move that can help you for a checkmate. And that move is queen to f7. Look at this beautiful move. You sacrifice the queen. Rook has to take and pawn checkmates the king. Great, right? Oh, chess is so beautiful. Let's see 139. Okay, king is on c6. Now, the again, I see those rooks here. Look, rook on b1 is kind of blocking the king. He cannot run away. And I also see this pin. Look, there is a pin. Bishop cannot move. And then I'm looking at the other pieces. Look, knight on f6 is helpful because king cannot go to d7. The knight here on g5 is kind of far away, and I have a queen. So basically I need queen, knight, rook, and a rook. And I'm forgetting one piece. I hope you're gonna find that piece. The pawn on e4. So this is the pawn that's gonna checkmate the king. So look, first move, you sacrifice the queen, and then pawn takes a d5, checkmate. Look at this checkmate. Wow. Okay, let's go to 140. Pay attention to the bishops. Look at this bishop. So king cannot move. Of course, king can go to d7, right? Now, what do we have? We have a queen and those two bishops. Let's see if you can find checkmate in two moves. Okay, now, hopefully by now you figure out that bishop b5 is not a checkmate. because if you play bishop e5, knight can go to c6 and block the check. But imagine if this knight is not here, then the bishop b5 would be a checkmate. So the first move is, let's take the knight. And then bishop b5 checkmate. Okay, let's go to 141. We had a similar idea before. I hope you will remember. Look, again, let's first analyze. Bishop on b4 and king is kind of trapped in the center of the board. Then I have a queen, bishop, and don't forget this rook. We need a rook for the checkmate. So let's see if you can find the first move. If you find the first move, then the second one is easy. Okay. How about I give you a little bit help? Second move is bishop g6 checkmate. That means the first move is queen to e6 and then bishop g6. And pay attention, you need a rook, right? Because king cannot escape. Let's go to 142. Wow, look at all those pieces around the black king. Okay. We have, it's clear, we have those three pieces here. They are important, and bishop is very important. You need a bishop as well, because bishop is pinning here, right? Now, for this checkmate, we don't need a bishop, but it is important for the attack. You have to recognize that piece when you look at the game lines, right? Because it's pinning the bishop on d7. Okay, this one is not easy again, but hopefully you can find. I'll give you the hint again. It is checkmate with a knight. I don't want to tell you which one. Okay, if you didn't find, now I'm gonna tell you it's checkmate with this knight on d5. Okay, I hope you're not trying to capture here on c7. That would be a good move, but that's not the one we are looking for. How about this move? Look at this cool move. Oops. Check. And now checkmate on f7. Look at this checkmate. Come on, you have to love chess. This is an amazing. Look at this checkmate. Oh, wow. Okay, let's go to 143. We have queen on h5, rook on f4, and bishop on c4 helps because the king cannot escape. Again, troubles with the king in the corner. Don't forget the pawn on f5. It can help. Let's see. What would beginners do here? They would play rook h4. But you are not a beginner anymore. So hopefully you learn to sacrifice your queen and then play rook h4 checkmate. 144. Okay, I see this pawn here protecting my rook. The knight, king trapped in the corner. I know smother mate could happen. Okay, I hope you found this one. So the first move, rook g8. Rook has to take, and knight f7 checkmate. Great. Let's go to 145. What do I see here? Hey, those two knights look very dangerous to me. Especially this knight on e5, because it's blocking the king and attacking the f7. But that's not good enough. We need to recognize another piece that can help us. Which one is that? The bishop on b3, right? So now I'll look for a combination. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Imagine this bishop can jump over this knight and come to f7 checkmate. That means we have to kind of remove this knight from here. So the first move, knight to f6, and bishop f7, checkmate. 146. What do we have? Don't forget about this pawn on f6, creating some troubles for a black king. Rook on h4, rook on f1. Those are the three pieces I see right away. But a chess player has to look at the whole chessboard. There is a bishop on b2. Don't forget this guy. So checkmate in two moves. If you didn't find by now, the second move is rook h8, checkmate. Okay, now it's easy, right? You find f7 and rook h8, checkmate. Okay, let's see 147. We have a rook on e2, bishop on d3, bishop on g5. There are no other pieces that can help us. What do you say? Okay. Maybe you are thinking about rook e7 and, king goes to d6. No checkmate there. So first move, bishop f5. Look at this. The bishops are so strong and powerful. King cannot escape to the back rank. So now checkmate in one move. Hopefully you didn't play bishop f4. Bishop e7 is checkmate because king cannot escape to c5, right? So 148. Okay, we have a rook on g7. We have a bishop on b2. We also have a rook on a1. Hey, don't forget this guy. Easy to forget him. Any idea? Okay, let's see this. If you did not find a move by now, I know you are thinking here about many different moves like a rook f7 or moving the rook somewhere, but pay attention, this knight is attacking the bishop, so if you play discover check, the knight can take the bishop. So this is a cool move. We played rook to g8. Now rook g8 is a double check, and we know that when we have a double check, the king has to move. And now rook g1, checkmate. Okay, 149. Don't forget the bishop on b2. We have a rook, bishop here. Can this rook help us? Not right now. If you don't find the right move, you could get checkmated. Queen goes to h2, checkmate. So we have to be careful. Okay. If you didn't find the move, I'll give you the hint. The second move is rook h8, checkmate. So the first one is rook h7. King has to take, and rook h8, checkmate. Let's see 150. Queen is on g6, rook on h6, knight on g5. What can we do here? Those are the three pieces. I don't need the bishop or rook, right? Okay. Again, so easy to make a mistake here. Maybe you are thinking about queen h7 check, but king runs away to f8. Cannot checkmate. So look at this move. We play rook h8. Bishop cannot take because it's pinned. So king has to take. And then queen h7, checkmate. Okay, let's see the next one. We still have 10 more puzzles. Stay focused. We have a knight on h4. It can help for the attack. We have a queen and the bishop on a2. Oh, again, easy to forget bishop on a2. So how do we checkmate here? Okay, how about I give you a hint? Second move is queen h6 checkmate. Hopefully you found this one, right? Knight g6 and queen h6 checkmate. Okay, let's see 152. Oh, look at this power. We have three pieces lined up on h5. Checkmating two moves. Later on, when you know more about chess, we're going to learn about combination that's called clearance. So look, if he would play here rook h8, king can run away to f7 and e6, and you could even lose the game because this knight, black is knight up, queen goes to c2 check, you're in trouble. But what we can do here is play first rook g7, king has to take, and now queen h7, checkmate. So this is called in chess clearance. 153. Let's see, rook on h7, queen on h5, knight on f5. Those are the three pieces attacking. This is also kind of advanced combination. We will study those puzzles later in intermediate two level and in advanced levels. All right, look at this. First move is rook g7. Bishop has to take, and then knight e7 checkmate. Right? Yeah, this one was not easy. Let's go to 154. So we have queen and a rook. We also have a bishop. Don't forget about the bishop. It can help us. Okay, hopefully you found this move. Look, computer is showing mistake, but actually this is correct move. It's a mistake in a puzzle here. So rook g8, king has to take, and then queen goes to g7, checkmate, right? Hopefully you can see this without moving the pieces. So look one more time, rook g8, king takes, and queen g7, checkmate. We have to correct this puzzle. Let's see the next one, 155. So what do we have here? Again, look, king is completely smothered here, right? Cannot move. I see we have a knight on e7, we have queen on e6, and we have a bishop on d4. So how do we checkmate here? Okay, if you did not find by now, queen h3 is a checkmate. Second move. That means we have to play knight g6, right? So knight g6, pawn has to take, and queen h3, checkmate. So let's see the next one, 156. Okay, we still have 5 more puzzles, and then we are finished. Rook on b7, bishop on c6. Bishop very important because king cannot escape, right, to d7. We also have a queen, right? So we know the queen and the bishop, they can checkmate the king. Okay, if you did not find by now, the second move is queen b7 checkmate. Okay, so we play rook b8. That's the first move. Knight has to take, and queen b7 checkmate, right? Okay, let's see the next one, 157. Okay, what do I see here? Right now I see this pawn on d6. It can help me for a checkmate. I see queen. I also see the rook. Those are the 3 pieces that can help you. Okay, try to find checkmating tool. Okay, first move, rook e8. Queen has to take, and queen c7 checkmate. Let's go to the next one. Immediately I see this knight that can help me. Queen is on f6 and rook is on d8. Now, yeah, this is not an easy puzzle, but I'll give you a little bit more time. So just try to think about it. Okay, if you did not find by now, second move is double check mate. Okay, if this doesn't help, then second move is knight f6, double checkmate. Okay, hopefully this helps. Let's see. The first move, queen g7. Bishop has to take. That's the only move. And now knight goes to f6, checkmate. See, because it's a double check, right? None of the black pieces can block. Look, you cannot go queen f8 and block, or you cannot take bishop f6 because you are in check with 2 pieces. So double check mate. All right, great. Okay, 2 more puzzles. Let's see, 159. What do we have here? We have a queen on c6, knight on a5, and a rook on d1. Don't forget rook on d1. Of course, this very hard puzzle, it's more advanced, right? But it's okay. Maybe we can find. Okay, how about this? I'll give you a hint. Second move could be rook c8 checkmate. So now find the first one. Okay, the first move, yeah, difficult move to find, right? Rook d8. Now, black has different options here, right? The computer played rook g8. We cannot enter all those moves into the computer because Lee chess accepts only one move. So now, queen b7, checkmate, right? Look at that. But if if black would take the rook, then again queen b7 would be a checkmate. Or if bishop takes the queen, that's the one I wanted to show you. Bishop takes the queen, then rook c8 is a checkmate because the knight on a5 blocks the king. I hope you can follow me. So let's see one more time. We played rook d8, and you know what? Let's do it one more time, right? So we played rook d8, and this is what I'm saying. Instead of this move, rook g8, if the bishop takes the queen, then rook c8, checkmate, because the knight is blocking the king. That's okay. Let's see the last one. We have, wow, a lot of pieces here. We have a rook on f5. Bishop is very important here. That I see immediately. Now we have a queen, rook lined up. We also have this rook. There's some kind of pin. We have a bishop. Don't forget the bishop. That bishop is very important in this position. So try to find a checkmating tool. Okay, look, if you didn't find by now, bishop g6 is the second move. That means if this rook is not here, you would take bishop g6. So we play rook f8. Bishop has to take, and bishop g6. Checkmate. Okay, boys and girls, we finished our study 32D. Please go back and do this one more time. You have to do it on your own, right? Because when you think with me, it's probably a little bit easier, right? But when you see all those positions on your own, it's going to be harder. Do it one more time, and then we will go to study 32E. I hope you enjoyed learning checkmates in two with me, and I'll see you in our next lesson. Bye bye. Have a good night.